What's up, everybody? Professional wrestler Chris Wild back with another video live from bar 4133 on Eagles News Now. Now, Zach Ertz spoke with the media earlier in the week and said some really interesting things. I'm going to play a short clip of one of the things that he said that I think I took the most interest in, and then we'll come back and discuss it as always. Here's Zach.
I've never been one to the way I play the game, I don't try and make it about myself. And so when I see stuff like that, the Madden records, I honestly, I know the guy who made the rankings. So to me, it was honestly, I was laughing out loud at that, kind of a salty guy. So I understood it. But I do consider myself in that upper echelon of guys, in that same tier with all those guys. I don't mean any disrespect, but I think a lot of guys in this building feel the same way about me. I'm never in the business of comparing people. I think all three of us are at the top of our games, and I think we're all perfect in the offense that we play in, honestly. I think we all have unique skill sets. We're all very different with some similarities. But overall, I don't think my game is any less than any of those guys. In regards to the contract, I've made it clear for the moment I got here as a rookie, that when I signed my second contract, that my goal was to be like Kobe Bryant, Jason Witten then, I should say, play for those one organizations their entire careers. I've made that known, and so I'll let my agent and Howie kind of handle the rest, but I know for sure I want to be here for the rest of my career.
There it is, guys. A short clip from a 15-minute Zoom conference with Zach Ertz. I just thought it was really interesting that he brought up, the question was about the Madden rankings, and he went into wanting to stay in Philly and kind of compared himself to Kobe Bryant, how Kobe stayed with the LA Lakers his entire career. And when you thought of the Lakers, that's who you thought of, was Kobe Bryant. Now, there was a lot of other questions asked. Zach said that he was very excited to play with Carson Wentz this year, that Carson came in camp looking sharp, looking healthy. Again, they don't put pads and helmets on until next week, but he says that he has felt body-wise the best that he's ever felt going into any season, and he's been in the league for 8 years. And this is due to the time off that he had because of the pandemic and quarantine that we all had to deal with. He focused on his body more than ever, and it doesn't hurt that his wife is one of the best athletes in the world as a soccer player as well. So they were able to get their bodies exactly where they wanted them. And that's important going into a season, obviously. He was asked about Deuce Staley. Deuce has had to take over some duties because Doug Peterson got diagnosed with COVID-19 about a week or two ago. And he says, look, that Deuce Staley is the best motivator he's ever been around. He said Deuce commands a room and that the guys respect the hell out of them. And, I'm probably going to do a separate video on Deuce because I think he's really overlooked here in the city of Philadelphia because of all the success that Doug Peterson has had. We kind of overlook how lucky we are to have an assistant head coach like Deuce Staley, who's played the game at a high level, has also coached at a high level, and I think can be a head coach and probably will be in the running after this season. He also, and let's also talk about being overlooked, because I think Zach Ertz is one of the most overlooked players in Eagles history, maybe. I mean, going into this offseason, I saw a lot of fans, especially on this channel, saying that they thought that Zach Ertz should be traded, that we could probably get him or throw him in a trade for Yannick Ngakoue or another need, because we do have another stud tight end in Dallas Goedert. And look, to each his own. Everybody has an opinion. That's what makes doing this great. That's what makes being an American great. We all have the freedom to have our own opinions. My opinion is that if Zach Ertz was on any other team, this is a guy that we would definitely want on this team. I mean, let's just look at some of the things that he's done. He's been in the Pro Bowl 3 times from 17 to 19. He's had the most receptions by any tight end in the history of the NFL in a season, with 116, breaking Jason Witten's record. So a Philadelphia Eagle now holds that record. Just look at his stats. 525 receptions, 5,743 yards, and 35 touchdowns. And let's not forget that he caught the game-winning touchdown in the frickin' Super Bowl. Okay, the Super Bowl, the Eagles' first ever Super Bowl win. Zach Ertz had that amazing catch in the end zone for the touchdown. And I think that's kind of overlooked as well because of the Philly special, the magic of Nick Foles, the strip sack of Tom Brady. This one kind of goes a little bit, flies under the radar, but is definitely important. And I think this is a guy in Zach Ertz that, look, he could be looking at a Hall of Fame career when it's all said and done. And I'd love to have him in Philly for the rest of his time. And as you saw in that clip, he said that Howie and his agent were going to have to get together and hopefully figure something out. I would hate to see him on another team. But look, guys, that's all I have for right now. If you want to see the entire press conference from Zach Ertz with the Philly media, it is on PhiladelphiaEagles.com and their app and YouTube channel. But again, it would be great to have this guy in the city his entire career. Guys, I hope you're staying healthy out there. Go Birds. As always, I will see you later.
E-A-G-L-E-S Eagles! E-A-G-L-E-S Eagles!
I need Eagle Nation.